Hey YouTube, this is your man Sonny Wayne Fella, bringing you today something very interesting. It is amazing what life is and how you make it for yourself, because life is not easy. But most time people tend to take advantage of the opportunity that they have. We realize that we are from Liberia, and Liberia is a poverty-stricken nation. A lot of us know about it. It's not something that we will say we are castigating our country. It is on the internet, it's everywhere, okay? About the poverty that most people in Liberia live under the poverty line, which is very hurtful. I know I lived in Liberia, and I know what I went through while there as a young man. Poverty was always around me. Things were really, really hard. But there were opportunities that came our way, and we made the best use of the opportunity that we got. I bet if we had not used the hand that was stretched out to us, maybe it wouldn't have been where we are today in the United States. But today, I just want to talk a little bit about Liberia. It is so hard. It is so heart-wrenching when you hear stories about opportunity that Liberians had, but they blew it because of dishonesty. You know, we come back to this word called dishonesty. It is so despicable. It is so sad to keep using this particular word when it comes to Liberians. You know, I know a lot of people thought when this young man in Monrovia found this $50,000 in this black plastic bag, and he turned it over, and people began to honor him. The president gave him 2 motorcycles and gave him some money and promised to send him to school, and other people followed suit. And some of us sat back and was wondering, this is a little bit too overboard. But now I've come to understand the reason why. The reason why people got on board and began to show their appreciation, because somebody was honest to do the right thing. And those around who had the means or the authority to show some sort of appreciation, to show Liberians that dishonesty is not the way to go. Rather, honesty is the right way to go. But this is the hard truth that we must talk about. Many of us, Liberians, relatives, friends, even some of our parents, have not been honest. I know we hear a lot of stories about people in the diaspora who send money to relatives back home, sister, brothers, uncle, aunties, mother, father, and nephew, nieces. And we heard the story of what happened when the money was sent to either purchase a land or to build a house or to do business, and all of the money was squandered. That is a painful thing. Some of us have not learned our lessons well, so we continue to do it, but then we complain that these things are happening. You know, I just heard a story recently, about a situation that took place in Monrovia. A young man was opportuned to be hired by a foundation, or well-renowned foundation. He was being paid, trained. He was brought to this country, the United States, 3 times. Spent time in people's homes, they treated him so well. But in the final analysis, they begin to trust him and begin to put him over others. Actually, they trusted him so much that those who were here in the States and his bosses confide in him and give him some money to do work there in Liberia. But what did he do? He went and embezzled the money. You know, when these things happen and we hear the news or we get the information, it pains our hearts. Because somebody somewhere could have benefited from this very same situation, this very same thing, this training that was given, the money that was given, bringing him or to America or her. Somebody else who could be trustworthy could have gotten such opportunity, but it is said that, you know, sheep that just don't eat bone, they get the bone and the dog doesn't get it. So what am I talking about, Liberians? You know, it is time we say the truth, and we continue to say the truth about the dishonest attitude of our people. Right now, we can't say we trust anybody in Liberia. We cannot trust anyone, because every time we tend to trust people, we are disappointed. And this young man was given X number of dollars to run the foundation in Liberia to help Liberians with health care, with education, with so many other things that he could have done to even leave a legacy for himself, in so to speak. Even though the money was coming from a foundation, but it was given to him, if he had truly loved his people, he won't have embezzled the money that was given to him to at least help the life of our people progress, change. But he went and ate the money. Now it happened that the story was told by a lady who actually have turned against Liberians here in the States because of this one fellow attitude. She even took this young man in her home when he came to this country. He spent time with her and her family in her home, believing in him, trusting him. But then when he returned to Liberia with all the trust that they had in him, he let him down. Now she doesn't trust any Liberian. She doesn't trust any Liberian. Their husband is a little bit on the lighter side. I remember as the story went, they met this young lady, and they asked, when she spoke, they asked where she was from. She said, "I'm from Liberia." And she's a nurse. And the husband turned to the wife and said, "You see, I told you there are some good Liberians." I'm glad that he still feels that there are some good Liberians, but the wife actually has turned against Liberians. But now they're trying to rebuild some confidence because of this young lady, they met, who's a nurse, who was actually treating her in a hospital. We need to come to our senses, Liberians. We need to stop spoiling the way of others, because it is said that one apple spoiled the entire bag. If people went to Liberia and found you trustworthy and tried to invest in you, it is not just in you, it is about your people that we claim we love. People we claim we love, our people, Liberians. But then we turn around, the very money or whatever was given to help our people, a single person will go ahead and embezzle the money, steal it. I will use the word steal. That was theft. Why would we do such a thing to our own people? The money wasn't given to this particular person. It was a foundation money to help our people up interior, other places, to live a better life, at least to get good health care, to have good education. So much they could do with the money that the foundation sent. The foundation have an office. And you know what pains me? The man who trusted this, the American who trusted this Liberian, because of what happened, this man was demoted from the position he held within this foundation here in the States. He was demoted, his pay was cut because of one Liberian who was very dishonest. Very dishonest. Why would we do that to our people? And we claim we love Liberia. We claim we love our people. When you say things and talk about a hard truth about Liberia, people get angry. But these are the things we need to talk about. These are the things we need to stamp our foot on so that these things won't happen in our midst, in our country. Liberia needs to be developed. It is stated that over 1,000 non-profit organizations are in Liberia. 1,000, more than 1,000 NGOs are in Liberia. But where is the development? What is happening in our country? So that means one GO caters to about 4,000 people in Liberia, or even more, according to statistics. So let me just read something here a little bit, and I'll say it's a disclaimer concerning what's going on. They said, overview, Liberia, the majority of the population in the coastal country of Liberia lives in poverty. The economy has not recovered from the civil war that devastated the country through 2003. Social issues include child labor and prostitution, along with domestic violence against women. Additionally, education is very poor and the illiteracy rates have not been improving. Healthcare is insufficient and poor infrastructure hinders transportation and access to clean drinking water. These are things that the word is reading about Liberia. People talk about these things. We who are out of Liberia, we hear these things all the time. We go to work and people attack us, saying things derogatively about Liberia. And we have to stand there and defend it by lying and say that's not how Liberia is. But when we find out ourselves what people in Liberia are doing to others who try to give a helping hand, it becomes so discouraging, so disheartening. How do we solve such a problem, Liberians? How do we deal with such situations within our midst? There must be some solution. And I bet I can give few solutions. And the first one is we must be honest with what people trust us with. We must be honest with what people trust us with. We are very dishonest when it comes to finances. When it comes to information, we are very dishonest. We could try to build on our educational system. We can try to help build on our health system. Many people want to go to Liberia, but most of us are getting older and we are concerned about our healthcare system in Liberia. You in the Western world, because of the stress level, some people have gotten high blood pressure. Because of the fast food, people have gotten diabetes. There's so much people have contracted from living here in this country, but then in this country have good medical infrastructure. But do we have it back home in Liberia? And because of these things, that's why people are being slow and stomping their toes in order to move back to Liberia. Because there is no good healthcare system. The education is down the drain. People graduate from LU and somebody that can't even speak of fitting English. They can't even write, doesn't even spell. That is sad. But then when foundations and NGOs decide to go to Liberia to help our people and entrust somebody, we let them down and let the whole of Liberia down. Because they could have been there to help out. But now, they just can't do it anymore because of their selfish ambition. Self-centeredness. Don't care about no one else. We like this microwave system where it should happen now. We don't think about tomorrow. My people, we don't think about tomorrow. You get it today, you eat it today. What will you have tomorrow? Why can't you put something aside for the rainy days? So that's why when NGOs and foundations in the diaspora, other parts of the world, give money to somebody or a group of people in Liberia, we eat the money, we invest the money, and then it's only for that day. And then tomorrow we are looking for something else to survive on. And that's how we get involved with theft and all kind of stuff. We start to get involved, armed robbery and stuff, just because we want to survive. But if we were smart enough to receive what the Lord gave us as our salary or wages, and then try to establish ourselves in businesses and other things, we don't have to look for it tomorrow because it will be there. But in microwave syndrome, whereas we want it to happen now, we get it today, we eat it today, it is over. You send money to somebody, a relative or a friend, the first thing they're going to criticize is $50, only $50 you send, only $100 you send, and they take that money and say, oh, but let's go, I got free money. Let's go to the bar and go have fun. After that, I can send for more. We on this side, we getting to know these things. But what I'm saying is, it only hurt Liberians. It hurt our people. It hurt the system. We blame the government for everything. The government should go and build roads. The government should do this. The government should do. The government cannot do everything for Liberians. We need to be honest with what we get and then put it to use in order to benefit ourselves and our people. But everything, the president, the government, the president, the government, no, the government cannot do everything for you. The late president of this country, President John F. Kennedy, once said, don't ask what a country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Don't ask what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. We need to engrave that in our minds so that we can work using these kind of statements to further our country. We need to do that. But if we want it today, we eat it today, and tomorrow we have nothing, and then we take our single barrel guns and start to unroll people. We take cutlasses and start to hurt people because we want what they have. Those people that you are stealing from, they suffer, they labor for what they have. Why would you just want to take it overnight? Because of your selfish ambition, your self-centeredness, being dishonest. That's why. And I have no regrets saying what I'm saying. And I'm not going to apologize for it. Because we need to be honest. We have suffered from dishonesty ourselves. My family, my wife and I have suffered in Liberia because of dishonesty. We built a house in Liberia for over 10 years, spending almost $100,000. We just built another one again, just 2 bedrooms, a little storage, with 2 bathrooms. We spent almost over $21,000 again. And people tell us, oh, they eat your eyeball. We just built a half fence. We told them we wanted it 6, 7 levels. They made it whatever level they wanted, 5 levels. And we spent over $11,000 for that again. Why are we so ungrateful? Why can't we appreciate what people try to do for us? Even when we were building doing the project in Liberia, the contractor wanted us to pay him 50%, 75%, and 100%. He wanted to pay him like that. So we had to pay him $1,000 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 week, another $1,000, another week, another $1,000, another week. That's how we were paying him. But when that day comes and he feels that he needs this money, he was passing our life out of us. I need my money. I need to pay my subcontractors. We did not hire your subcontractor, we hire you. But then every time he will come back and say, please give me money for this, please give me money for king juice, please give me money for food, please give me money. You can't do that. If you do that, I'm not going to work with you anymore. And if you do that to other people, they're not going to work with you. I'm sorry, I'm blabbing here, it seems, but my video is going long. But I need to really talk about these things in Liberia because we are so dishonest. Like this young man had the opportunity to help himself, his family, and his fellow man, but he blew it by embezzling money that wasn't his. And it's painful. It is very painful, Liberians. We need to change our dishonest attitude. Let's be honest. We go to church in Liberia, we're like the African Bible Belt. Everywhere you turn in Liberia, there's a church. What's the essence of the churches being in every corner of Liberia? But we're so dishonest. From the church down, the pastors, everybody is so dishonest. It is hurtful. It is painful. I'm sorry I'm venting, but sometimes we need to do this to be able to tell people that it is not right. If Liberia must be developed, we need to change our minds. We need to develop our minds so that we won't have to go through what we're going through. Liberia is underdeveloped, 175 years old. It is underdeveloped. It is sad to say. So subscribers, leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about what I've said. Whether it's all foolishness or whether it makes sense. And if it makes sense, join me. Let's try to change the mindset, the attitude of our people in Liberia. It is killing us. It is killing us. We need to do better. We need to do better. Okay? We need to do better. Liberians, we have to do better. Not need to, we must do better because it is important. You know, we have ethnic groups in Liberia. Bele, Bassa, Grebo, G, and Gio, Manon, Kru, Loma, Gisi, Gola. You know, we have all of the religions, Christian, Muslim, traditional, others. But where are these things going? Where are we today? Even after recovering from civil war that ended in 2003, Liberia is still one of the world's poorest countries. The economy is largely driven by the agriculture sector, which also provides much of the citizens' employment. Climate change negative effects, but both the employment sector as well as the agriculture and economic sector. The Global Environment Facility has been working to coordinate educational programs that will help farmers make decisions that are the most efficient environmentally. Liberia's infrastructure is so weak that it is extremely difficult to effectively implement climate change legislation and measures. It was written by ProjectWorldImpact.com. It is still one of the poorest countries in the world. Poorest. We are poor. We complain about the government. The government is not doing this. The government is not doing that. But what are we doing to help it to become better? People that have the opportunity, they blew it. Every day, they blow it every day. People want to trust Liberians to help us. Let me use that Liberians to help themselves. But then when they give us the opportunity, we squander it. We mess it up. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I know I am right about what I'm saying. So leave me a comment. I want to know what you think about what I'm saying, about the dishonest attitude of our people. Leave me a comment. Subscribers, thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate you. And those who've watched my video that have not subscribed, please subscribe because I have good contents. These are things that we need to all hear and we need to spread it, share it around, like and share it. Hit the notification bell. So if this kind of video come up, you can be the first to listen to it. And then spread with others, share with others. Let Liberians know that we in the diaspora, we care about them. We want the best for our people. I think you can hear the lightning and thunder outside. It is a rainy day here. It's thundering and lightning outside. So I have to cut it here. But thank you all for watching. And I hope you keep tuned, okay? And I love you. But God loves you the best.